Hello, and welcome back to the Psychology Wisdom YouTube channel. When you like a guy and you're thinking about him all the time, you want to know if he feels the same. Sometimes you may want it so badly that you see things that aren't even there. I'm here to help, and I'm going to share 24 researched and proven ways to know if a guy is thinking about you a lot. Make sure to watch to number 1 because you don't want to miss it. If you are new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos and comment down below, "I subscribed," so we can welcome you. Let's start. Number 24. His family or friends know about you. His friends and family seem to know exactly who you are. And not only that, they know things about you. They know you went to Costa Rica last summer or that you won a national poetry prize in high school. Whatever it is, they just seem to know things. If they know things, it's because your guy is telling them things, and if he's telling them things, it means you're on his mind a lot. Number 23. He's reminded of you often. When we like someone, literally everything, even the most obscure things, reminds us of them. He may send you funny jokes, memes, or articles that you'd enjoy. Maybe he sends you funny tweets he comes across on Twitter or ridiculous theories about who knows what on Reddit. The point is, things remind him of you. He always seems to have something he wants to share with you. Number 22. He's always genuinely happy to see you. It's easy to spot a man in love or a man on his way to being in love. He just has this look of ease and happiness around the woman. If he lights up around you and is always happy to be in your presence, it's a sign he thinks about you a lot and really cares about you. Number 21. He remembers things about you, specific things. The number 1 way to know if someone likes you is if they remember the details about you. This is probably the biggest tell. He remembers the story about how you got that scar on your knee. He remembers the name of your first dog, who meant so much to you. He remembers your favorite kind of flower and how you take your coffee. When we like someone and want them in our life, our brains light up any time they tell us anything. We store that information somewhere accessible because we plan to utilize it. Our brains are wired to store information that is meaningful and significant to us. This is why you can remember what you wore on your first date with your boyfriend, but not what you ate for breakfast last Wednesday. When a guy isn't into you, you'll notice you keep having the same conversations with him. He may ask what you do for a living, even though you've told him 3 times already. If he remembers things about you, it's a sign he thinks about you a lot. Number 20. He follows your social media accounts. Not only does he follow your social media accounts, but he also pays attention to them. When a guy consistently likes or comments on your social posts, it's a clear sign he likes you and thinks about you a lot. But some guys are a little trigger shy with the liking, and instead, he may mention things he saw on your social media. Maybe he says, "So I saw you went to that new brunch place. How was it?" Or, "That trip you took to Thailand looked like a lot of fun." Number 19. He goes out of his way to make you happy. Men love a happy woman and love being the reason a woman smiles. If he goes out of his way to do special things for you to make you smile, it's a major sign he thinks about you a lot. You get bonus points if he remembers specific things that make you happy and does them because, like I said earlier, when a guy likes you and thinks about you, he remembers the details. Number 18. He wants to know everything about you. When we like someone and can't stop thinking about them, we want to know everything, every scar, every scratch, and every story. We literally can't get enough. When you like someone, your mind is naturally on them all the time, and we crave to fill in the gaps and find out more. This also explains why we compulsively stalk them online. We want to know everything. Number 17. Shares himself with you. He's vulnerable with you. He opens up and lets you in. He lets you see the real him, the man behind the mask. In psychology, this is known as the shadow self. The shadow self is the hidden part of ourselves that we may not want to admit to having, or sides of ourselves we don't show anyone. If a man shares that side of himself with you, it's a strong sign he's invested in you. Number 16. Asks your opinion and really values your opinion. He doesn't just decide things and fill you in after the fact. He factors you into his life. This is how to know if someone is thinking about you. They factor you in. You're the main thought, not an afterthought. Number 15. You have inside jokes. He may have cute nicknames for you or playfully tease you about things. When you have your own little jokes, it's a sign of a deeper, intimate connection. It also shows he has a special way of interacting with you that's different from how he is with anyone else. Number 14. He craves your touch. Men are physical beings. If he likes you and thinks about you a lot, he will most likely be thinking about touching you and craving that touch. When you're with him, you may notice he can't seem to keep his hands off you, either purposefully or accidentally. Number 13. He's focused on you. When he's with you, he doesn't look at his phone or try to edge his way out of the conversation or cut things short. You have his full attention. He is locked in and focused on you and only you. Number 12. Tells you he's been thinking about you. Now this one sounds obvious, but there is something I want you to be aware of. If he says he's been thinking about you but does nothing to back it up, meaning he disappears for days or weeks at a time and treats you like an afterthought, then he probably hasn't been thinking about you. Talk is cheap. You can't just take what he says at face value. You have to look at it in the context of everything else. If he exhibits several of the signs in this video, he most likely means it when he says he's been thinking about you a lot. If he says he thinks about you a lot and his actions back that up, you can believe him. An important thing to remember is that men typically communicate through actions more than words. Number 11. He thinks you're hilarious. When we like someone, we tend to just get a case of the hysterics, even if they're not that funny. Being around someone we like causes us to feel almost giddy, so we can't help but laugh or giggle at almost everything that comes out of their mouth, save for the serious stuff, hopefully. Number 10. He takes an interest in your interests. He listens to your favorite band, reads your favorite book, and immerses himself in your world and your likes. He shows a genuine interest in the things you like and in the people you like. He's curious about you and wants to know the depths of who you are. Number 9. You just know he's crazy about you. One thing you'll hear us say again and again is when a guy likes you, it's obvious. If you have to ask, you already have your answer most of the time. Trust your gut. She usually knows what's up. Number 8. Laughs at your jokes and how you are. If he's laughing along with you, he definitely finds you funny. He enjoys your personality and who you are as a person. When he's laughing, he's in a good mood in your presence and has fun being around you. This goes a long way for him in developing more intense feelings for you. Number 7. He tries to squeeze out extra time with you. When you hang out, even though he knows you have to go to work or be home for dinner, he tries to squeeze out an extra 5 minutes with you. He just loves spending time with you. Can you blame him? Number 6. You feel like you're the only one around. When you're around him, he makes you feel like you're the only one around. He puts all his time and attention into you. He's not interested in looking at his phone. He doesn't want to talk to his friends. The time spent together is solely for you. Number 5. He keeps the eye contact going. When he looks at you, it's not like all the other guys. He looks at you. No, he's not staring at your body or eyeing you like a piece of meat. He's genuinely looking into your eyes, and if you're on his mind, he'll be staring at you just a little bit longer than normal. Number 4. He messages you first thing in the morning. There's probably no bigger sign that you're on his mind than a good morning text. As soon as he wakes up, he reaches for his phone to talk to you, which shows that you're the first thing he thinks about in the morning. He doesn't want to start his day without speaking to you, and if that doesn't show you that he's falling for you, then nothing else will. Number 3. He notices new things about you and compliments you. Let's face it, a lot of guys won't notice if you've had a haircut or if you're wearing a new dress unless they're really interested in you. If he notices the little things, he's definitely got it bad. Number 2. He makes excuses to see you. Maybe you left your coat at work, so he stopped by your house to drop it off, or he was just passing by, so he thought he would check in and see if you were okay. It's pretty obvious that he's just trying to find a reason to see you. Let's be honest, he doesn't have to tell you that you're on his mind. His actions are proof of that. Number 1, he gives you support. Most people are always present beside you on your good days, not the worst days. But this person is not like others. He gives you support when you are in the roughest stage and just wants to love you by accepting your situation. He is the only person who sees you as an important person in his life. I hope after watching this video, you can recognize the signs he's thinking about you a lot. Whether he's into you or not, it's really important for you to be aware of the one key moment in any relationship that determines if it will last forever or if you will wind up heartbroken. What do you think the most obvious sign a guy is thinking about you is? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check out our other videos for more interesting psychology topics. Thanks for watching.